Hey people, how's it going? Instantaneous here, playing a new game, the Talos Principle. I tried to stream this on my YouTube a little while ago, and it didn't work. Well, I mean, it was streaming the video, no problem, that was fine, but all of my audio, like all my dialogue, all the stuff I was talking about, didn't go up, and I don't know why. I'm on a PlayStation 5, I guess it's another one of the stupid, weird things don't make any sense about PlayStation 5. Because I tested the recording beforehand, it worked. Anyway, I'm recording this instead. Last chance to bail out if you don't want to see any sort of spoilery things. I already started a game. I played for about an hour and a half, and I'm really loving it. It's pretty amazing, and I think this is one of the most underrated games so far. And the first one was also extremely underrated. I love the hell out of both the first game and the DLC. I'm getting into this one. I'm just starting. I still don't really have a grasp on what all's going on here. But yeah, last call to bail if you don't want any spoilers. Here we go. So I'm already well into it a little bit. I got to this area here. I've got like an explorer team I'm teamed up with, and there's a whole bunch of us AI guys. We're robots. All of us are robots, but they seem to consider themselves to be human beings, even though there's some notable differences. This version's on Unreal, on the new Unreal engine, and as with all the other the new Unreal games, it's got a bunch of dumbass, weird, blurry, glitchy crap that goes on. So I did some research on this. You see that weird trailing thing behind my robot head? That is not an intended effect. It's something that you see on a lot of Unreal games. It's apparently something to do with temporal anti-aliasing. Basically, it's blurring the previous frame and the current frame together to get rid of sharp edges, and well, it also leaves like all these graphical aberrations everywhere. It's terrible. I don't know why this is such a popular method for anti-aliasing. It's ugly. It leaves these trails and blurs and artifacts and aberrations. It's just terrible. I don't know why it's so popular. It's apparently the default on all the new Unreal Engine games, and it's on this one too. And at least I know what it is now, so it's a little less annoying, leaving me wondering why all of these new games that are so great looking in so many ways have the same ugly, stupid crap going on, and everything always looks fuzzy because of it too. You know, it fuzzes everything up when you move. It always looks terrible in third person. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not here to just shit all over that one graphical effect, but this game in general is awesome. The scale of it is way bigger than anything in the first one. It's blowing my mind. The level of detail and the level of art and the scale of it they've put into the game. I'm just like in one of the first zones here still so far. And they've also put a whole lot of effort into the story and the characters. I mean, they've really, it's like many levels of, it's like quantum leaps forward over the original. And the original was already amazing. I just played through the original again in the last couple of weeks, or the week, I guess a week. I played through the original and the expansion again because it's been like, I don't know, 6 or 7 years since I'd played it before, so I had forgotten a whole lot of puzzles and I got to kind of re-enjoy it all over again. This is one of my robot explorer friends. He seems to have a backpack of some kind. I didn't realize that till just now. How come I don't have a backpack, Yakut? Anyway, he already talked to me, so I guess he's got nothing more to say. Oh, cool. He did a little hand gesture. They really made the characters seem pretty lifelike, even though they're robots. That their personalities are very diverse, sometimes stupidly diverse. Like, I don't like some of the voiceovers, the wacky character voices on some of the characters are kind of stupid, but many of them are great. Like they make them feel a little bit more personable, and it almost feels like I'm playing some sort of multiplayer game, even though, I mean, not fully, obviously, but it feels a little bit like it. It kind of gives me that same vibe as when I played Skyrim back in the day. When I got into Skyrim at first, I had only been playing MMOs for multiplayer games and MMOs for like a decade or so at that point. and I hadn't enjoyed any like single-player RPGs since like Final Fantasy X or so. So I really didn't expect to get into it that much, but they had just put so much depth into the game, and they put so many characters in it, and they had all these voiceover lines for everybody. It just made the game feel like an MMO, like it felt alive as an MMO, or like a real world, really. So I didn't, I didn't lose interest. I kept playing it. I had a blast with it. It was fantastic. Of course, it was one of the most popular games in decades now. So I'm sure everybody's heard of that one or had similar experiences with it. But this game, I didn't even realize it had been out until, I don't remember how I found out. Just chance noticed a video on YouTube. Nobody has talked about it, hardly ever. And the first one was also very underrated, flew under the radar. Soundtracks on this one are unusual, but kind of neat. I mean, I've just started hearing them. But there was limited soundtracks on the original, so I guess it seems so far like there's more variety to the soundtracks. Some of them are strange, but I think it's supposed to kind of represent some of the art of the AIs themselves, like they're making their own art maybe, I think that's kind of the theme of it, but I'm just guessing. But it's really cool. I'm having an interesting time with it. I just got it. I think it was only like $30 or something like that, maybe 20 something. I can't remember. It's a hell of a great deal. I've already feel like I've gotten my money's worth just playing it over the last hour and a half or 2 hours, and I've barely scratched the surface of the game. So I know it's going to get a lot deeper, and it seems like a lot of interesting stuff already in it. I'm still trying to make sense of the backstory, because you're the 1000th AI that's been, like, they claim it's called, they're calling it birth, but clearly you're not born. You're a robot. The robots seem to think of themselves much more similarly to humans than they really are. I guess they just don't know any better. But yeah, there are some huge differences. But I like the way that a whole lot of the stuff in the game is kind of written, like from the point of view of the characters. That's the whole idea. What am I doing? How do I do this? Whoa, hello. No, I don't want to do that.
I don't know if this is relevant, but St. Edwald believed that Tetramenos represented the name of God and God's ability to reshape the world.
True, but he was also mad as a hatter.
One man's madness is another man's genius.
So those are the exploration party I'm with. The second voice is the one that's already irritating me. It's so phony, and she even comments on herself how silly her voice is. Apparently, they're just programmed with these voices. They know that they're programmed with these voices, but it's just part of their local language library or whatever. Wait, did it say if I had enough to do this one or not? No, I don't. So this is new. That you build bridges instead of do those stupid little puzzles. The worst part about the original that I didn't like was the thing where you solve the I guess they're calling them tetramenos, the little Tetris puzzles to open doors. I hated those. They're really irritating. And they actually have a section on this one where it's got the originals almost back as they were, but the controls are way worse than they ever were. They're really even more irritating. But fortunately, that's just a temporary part of the game, and then you get out here and you're exploring it. So I'm supposed to be in the real world now. This is supposed to be the real Earth. And all the AIs have, a whole lot of the AIs have gotten out of the simulation or created each other. And they're out in the real world now. They're building a city. And, but then there's, we find out about this place where a whole bunch of weird stuff is going on. And now we're out here investigating it. And clearly, it's some sort of advanced intelligence that's behind it. It looks like it might be part of their own people, like, because some of their own people are missing, including the founder that they keep alluding to, which I thought might be your main character from the first one, but there's a whole lot of things that are coming out about the information about it that makes me think it's not.
Those monuments.
Makes me think it's not the same character. Because first of all, the character I played in the first one was named after you, your account name. It was in Danger V. But now I'm finding out that the founder that they're all talking about it got a different name. And I don't know why they wouldn't use the same name, because you're not using your profile's name on your main character. They just call me 1K. So I don't know why the founder wouldn't be named after your profile name from the original game if it was the same character. But I don't know. I was told to avoid water, so I'm a little hesitant about jumping in water. Yeah, I'm still exploring around. They've got new kinds of puzzles on this new one, but they're similar to the old one. I guess these are like waypoint to direct you. And yeah, they got new things in the puzzles, like that thing over there. Look at that sucker. It seems like a connector, but it does different things. Let me show you. What's this? Well, the thing about them is that they have to have two colors. Actually keep the connections now. You move it. See, look. So it gets a blue and a red beam, and it spits out the third color, which is green in this case. So depending on which two colors you sample, it gives you the third. And so that's how that little device works. And some of the puzzles. So that's the end thing. That's where I want to get to. I feel like I need one more connector, but oh, I see what's going on. It wants me to. What's this do? Oh, I can turn it on and off, I guess. All right, then. It looks like I'm gonna have to like suspend one of the things. Which one do I want? I guess I'll hit the red over there. Oops, I forgot one. Okay, this will be to get it going, and then it should go high and connect without the other one. And I shouldn't need this anymore. Now it's got a green beam. Now it counts as a green, so I should be able to hit it like this. Sure enough. Graphics are much improved on this one too. The game's like 10 times bigger in disk space. But yeah, it's a really neat game. I recommend it so far, just on what I've seen alone. And there's a lot more to it. It's got a new like PDA interface where you can like see the data that you've already gathered and read stuff about what you've already found and get clues, I guess. I don't know. All sorts of stuff is in here. Oh, there's a map. And so I'm in this area right here, and there's at least this many other areas that I can get to eventually. So it's pretty cool. I'm digging it. I'm just gonna keep playing this. I've been playing a lot of other games in the last couple of months or whatever it's been since I quit Ark. I got well fed up with Ark Ascended. I managed to do the Ascension Cave with some friends on a private server. It was a massive pain in the ass. The new AI was terrible. It was so frustrating. I uninstalled it. And I've been playing a little bit of the old one, the Survival Evolved, and I still enjoy that more than the new one, honestly. It's got just way more content. It's a better game overall. And I also played Elite Dangerous for a while. I made like 12 billion credits or some insane amount of money. Got a fleet carrier, dicked around with that. It was fun. But now I feel like I've kind of run out of things to do again at the moment. So I tried some other space games. I tried this game called hold on, let me focus on this. How am I doing this? Okay, so it looks like, hold on, what am I looking at? How do I pick a different piece? Do they just come in the order it gives you? You can't change the order? I guess so. I need more pieces. So, yeah, I'm building this bridge, I guess. Anyway. What was I talking about? Ark? I don't know. I played some other space games. I played this one called Genesis Alpha 1. It's pretty neat. It's got a lot of cool concepts, but it's just a really basic implementation of all of them. It's a really cool concept. I love all the concepts in it. Like you basically build a ship and fly around in outer space, get into space battles, and you get resources and whatnot, and you try not to get infested by aliens. It's a really cool concept. You can go on away missions, and but all of it's just like kind of weak implementation. Like, I think they just set their sights kind of low because maybe they only had so much of a team or so much of a budget or whatever it is. But if they had made a game like that was a little bit more expanded into, where it's like, the away missions, they just go to this tiny little zone on that one. So it's just not deep enough. So I already got bored of it again. But let's see, what else did I play? I've been playing a handful of different things, having an enjoyable enough time. I tried to make a video or two here and there, and usually I had something go wrong with the upload or the PlayStation. Like some of the stuff's playing on the PlayStation 5. PlayStation 5 still sucks. The user interface is terrible. File formats are not well. Like the default file format's not supported. It's hard to get things off of it. I did finally synchronize my PlayStation 5 with my YouTube account, so I'm going to see if it'll just let me upload this straight from the PlayStation this time. Hopefully it will. Hopefully it actually recorded my audio this time. But, let's see, what am I doing now? I've been talking and not paying attention. Usually this gives you a little bit of a clue. Castling. I don't know what that's supposed to mean or how that's going to be much of a clue. But, let's see. So there's the goal. I need a red beam. There's a red beam. Unfortunately, I don't have a connector. This is the converter. So I can't just send it a red beam. But I can get this green and that red and make a blue. So let's do that. And now I've got a blue and another blue. Oh, you know what? I probably should have actually targeted that blue. Let's do that. Alright, now I got a blue. Alright, now I've got another one. Now I still need a red. And I can't just take that red. But I won't be able to hit that green and this blue with this in the way. So I'm going to move this over a little bit. And then I'm going to use it as a blue. And use that as a green. And hit that. But you know what? I need to totally disable the other connection. Alright, there it is. So there's some sort of, I don't know,
Melville,
faction.
what did you just
You
upload?
want to call it?
A photo?
I mean, technically, you're right,
See
but
that
Is that?
thing?
I can't tell what that is.
how did you even manage? You're literally taking a picture with your eyes, Melville. I don't even know how to make my eyes go out of focus.
Clearly you've never listened to one of Herman's speeches.
Some of us are busy doing actual science, not just sightseeing. Thank you.
Okay. So yeah, when you grab those, when you press those buttons, it sets this energy loose and it runs over here and comes into this device, which lets you build these bridges. And it doesn't seem to matter which puzzles you solve. You can apparently do them in any order, because I solved several of them out of order, and it gave me the piece I needed next anyway. So it's not like on the original where you solve specific puzzles for specific pieces. You just have to get these energy balls or whatever you call them. Hey, there's one of the guys. What's up?
What is it?
This is the one that has the annoying voice. I hear you're a big fan of Yakute's cat.
Listen, one day that furry little demon is going to pee on the wrong cable and all of New Jerusalem will just turn off. Forget about the megastructure. He's the biggest threat to our security.
This one's decided they're the only good engineer in the city, which, for all I know, maybe they are. But you'd think in a society full of robots there'd be more engineers. What's your evaluation of the megastructure? Do you have a look at one of those labs? Oh, did you have a look? Yeah, this has
I
to matter.
did.
I found some
It's
labs.
interesting. The tech is a bit older, but it's been heavily modified to be more efficient. And it's not the kind of hack job you'd expect either. Whoever did this knew what they were doing. We could probably learn something from them.
Where could all this tech have come from?
I guess it could be discarded New Jerusalem tech. The mayor made us throw away a bunch of stuff that was perfectly fine if you ask me. But I'm not sure. I'll check to see if I can find any serial numbers and I'll get back to you.
So they're calling those little energy balls that were flying around particle clouds.
Yes, but I'm not liking the results. Confusing, irritating, infuriating. Take your pick.
What's your evaluation of the megastructure? So yeah, we're out here investigating this giant pyramid thing.
It's big. It's too big. And it's got a lot of energy running through it. Frankly, I think we should be pooping our robot pants. See, that's what I mean about the language libraries. Pooping our pants. Really?
So even this one doesn't like its own voice, which makes two of us. Tell me about yourself.
Founders Pistons. You want my autobiography now? Fine. I'm one of New Jerusalem's chief engineers. I'm in charge of city maintenance and power management. I'm old as dirt, although not quite as old as that fossil Byron. In short, old, grumpy, keep stuff running.
So these robots, they were all built after the first one ended. You know, you get loose of the simulation on the first game, and then they built all these robots, and they're numbered. See, this one's 142, so it's probably like centuries old apparently, because this other one that was named Byron, he's number 7. He said he's centuries old. So I'm the newest and youngest. 1K. It's supposed to be the last robot they're planning to build.
Hobbies? You think I have time for hobbies? That's cute. If I had time for hobbies, all of you would be dead.
Really? Nothing?
What do you want me to say? I like bubble baths, candy, and the concept of Tuesdays. Cities don't maintain themselves. If you don't put real effort into keeping stuff running, it all falls apart in just a few decades. Civilization is always on the brink of collapse unless we do something about it. And I do.
Alrighty. Alright, so, yeah, that's the team. Yeah, this game has a scale to it, huh? But yeah, let me see if I can mash the camera into a wall. You can see my number. Yeah, it shows the number 1000 there on my chest, see? So yeah, they apparently plan to make 1000 robots and then stop there. They call themselves human beings, so they birthed 1,000 human beings, even though they're not born and they're not human beings. But that's one of 2 plans they have at the moment. Make 1,000 robots and build a city, which they're not done yet. They don't seem to have a lot of lofty goals for their civilization. But so anyway, this whole place that we're in, though, there's some labs I found. The technology seems similar. There's references that make me think that it's built by their founder that has left, and I guess started a whole new civilization separately from the city that they're all living in. Oh yeah, look at this. This is strange. It just keeps making a new frog and jumping off. I don't know what that's about. Is that a glitch, or is it something it's supposed to happen? I don't know, but it's kind of bizarre, huh? There's another couple of frogs doing the same thing over here. They just peer into existence and disappear when they touch the water. So there is some level of technology that's at play here that is much more advanced than the level of technology that this, you know, the New Jerusalem robots have. That's their name of their city. They called it New Jerusalem, and that's where this robot here is from, and the whole away team. We're all from there. But they don't have the ability to do these particle clouds. They don't have the ability to materialize structures from the particle clouds. They can't project giant Greek men into the sky like I saw earlier in the game. So there seems to be another faction here that has even more advanced technology, which it seems is likely founded by the same founder as their city, but now is involved in this instead. Anyway, I'm going to keep playing it. I'm going to go ahead and end the video here, though. Thanks for tuning in. See y'all next time. Have a good one.